Ever crossed paths with Epstein?
You know, I didn't know who he was at the time.
Right.
Yeah, briefly, in one of the outside one of the restaurants, and somebody who I knew. Well, this is Epstein, and and I didn't pay attention to it. A friend of mine down here, Tim Malloy, was a journalist down here, and he knew the story. We had done a documentary, Murder of a Small Town, and we were thinking of maybe doing another documentary. He told me the Epstein story. I said, this is insane. This billionaire and all these young girls, and I want to write a book on it. And I got a couple of investigators, because there had been rumors about Trump and President Clinton, et cetera. And there was absolutely nothing involving Trump or President Clinton with Epstein in terms of anything that I would put in the book. And I wouldn't put anything in the book that I didn't 100% believe in. And I was on a plane at one point, and the woman sitting next to me, it turned out she ran the spa at Mar-a-Lago. And I said, did you ever run into Jeffrey Epstein there? She said, oh yes. She said he wasn't a member, but he would come. And she said he was inappropriate with the young girls. And she said, I went to Mr. Trump, and Mr. Trump banned him that day. I mean, people are nuts in terms of, and they're so adamant about the stories. They go, well, everybody must have known in town that Epstein was. I'm going, why would you think that this guy would sit there spreading rumors that he was bringing 14-year-olds to his house? I mean, seriously, do you really think somebody would do that? Oh, I have these 14-year-olds over all the time. And while we were writing the book, he got word that we were writing it, and I would get threats from his lawyers every couple of weeks.
What would they say?
Don't do this. We're going to sue you. Da 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 da. You're going to get your information wrong. And I knew we weren't. I knew we weren't, because if I write a nonfiction book, I'm not going to put anything in there that I can't stand behind 100%. I know. So, and I knew everything in the book, and it wasn't just being scared of it. It was just, no, I'm not going to put anything in there that's just a rumor.
And then not only was a book, but then became a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Filthy Rich. How did you kind of avoid Madoff?
I have a guy who, Tony Pizer, does my investments and basically keeps my financial life reasonable, more than reasonable. That one really bad year, he said, it's a bad year, but here's the one lucky thing. He said Madoff had come to us to invest. And he said, I looked, and I wanted some proof of how are you turning in these 12, 13% every, and they wouldn't give us anything. So I said, there's no way we're going to invest with Madoff. So we didn't invest with Madoff, and a lot of people down here in Palm Beach did. But we had no interest in doing it, because it was like, where are the numbers? I'm sorry. How are you delivering this 12% every year, whatever the hell it was?